Jim Cramer standing by. And Jim, I'm a little afraid to ask what you were meaning when you just tweeted a moment ago that you've got a lot to talk about. Kick it off. What do you want to go with?
Well, what's weird, look, this is supposed to be a time when there's not that much cooking. But we have GE doing this, what I think is going to be a great discussion we have with Larry Culp, bringing out some value. Roblox, it was supposed to be a pandemic play. It turns out to be accelerating growth. That's going to be a gigantic short squeeze. PayPal was just such a disappointment. I'm still reeling from it. Kind of don't really get it at all. And I just find that, Becky, you'll have these things like a Ford Green Bond that is really going to be good. FedEx upgrade by Deutsche Bank. I just find that this is one of those periods where, is it everything supposed to happen? AMD gets the Facebook business, of course, Metaverse. And then we're going to have the NVIDIA keynote.
And Luminar.
Yeah. The NVIDIA keynote. Yeah, well, look, I know that Jensen Huang showed me the future of autonomous driving, and maybe it's about to be released. But this should be a calmer time. Should be able to come to work and just look at Roblox.
You know what it is like people are just ready to go for the end of the year. Everybody's been locked up for so long. Things are happening. You can't take your eyes off things right now. We're really looking forward to this Larry Culp interview coming up at 9:45. Obviously, the market likes what they see, but for anybody who worked there, it's kind of a sad memory and a sad going back.
It's funny you mention that because I question whether if you work for renewables and power, you're going to be spending a couple of years now. Like maybe there's a better use of your time. But we'll get Larry. I think Larry's very excited about all three groups, but he's sticking with aviation. I know that David's got some very poignant questions. I feel like that this was a great move because the company made no sense. That was the problem, Becky. It's like, here's three things that don't go together. Why don't we add food? Maybe they said, they ought to buy, surfing equipment. It really was just, it made no sense. So Larry's
Is that an argument against conglomerates in general, Jim?
Yeah, well, I think they have to have something to do with each other. Like, I think the Raytheon Technologies was a great. They do defense and they do commercial. That was very good. Look, Honeywell's got a lot of businesses that you could say should be spun off, and what they do is they shuffle the portfolio. But this was aerospace is very strong, and if we get Boeing back, that aerospace business is going to win you one. The renewables is going to take some time. Healthcare is a slow grower that can make acquisitions grow faster. So there's a lot there. And the stock is correctly up. But I do think that in the end, what a shame.
Right.
It's kind of destroyed.
Right. I guess it's been kind of a long time in the making, but this is
yes.
It's
and we were a great asset. They gave us away.
Well, that's the question. Can a conglomerate exist if they, buy low and sell high instead of the opposite?
Exactly. That's Darius Adamczyk does that at Honeywell. He shows you that it's not that conglomerates are bad. It's that conglomerates have to make some sense. And what was left of GE made no sense. Right. Who has that kind of expertise? That have expertise in renewables and expertise in healthcare? No, you can't. So this is a great move, and we'll kick it around.